first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They go play action with Jackson. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. A big play there on the first play of the game. Well, for all the deserved accolades Lamar Jackson gets for his running prowess, his deep ball, it's really a thing to behold as well.
And that's how you start a drive, because they had this play in their back pocket, waiting for the right time to unleash it. And boy, did they pick the right opportunity. Unleashed it big time, and that was also a big-time throw.
And that throw, amazingly, well over 70 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. Wow. They'll run with Dobbins. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Steelers, nothing.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. And they'll run for the first time with Najee Harris. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape, because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally down at the 41-yard line. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. And remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's Jackson to throw. Got a man open. It's Ricky Seals-Jones. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. They'll find his tight end, Seals-Jones. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. On the give, this is Harris. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They hand this off to Harris. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. But you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he stopped immediately there. Adafe Owe there on the tackle.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Jackson. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And the Ravens are going to get the football back at their own 17. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. And credit the tackle to Derek Barnett. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10.
At the 22-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Jackson. Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call, because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
And he's going to have a Ravens first down as he gets us up past the 30 to the 32.
Partner, I know we're in the era of the mobile quarterback, but there's still an element of surprise when that position keeps the football. And what a nice gain on that play.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. He juked him. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football out of the backfield? To be able to get him in the 2nd round, that's what I call a steal.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Right back to Dobbins on 1st. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Here's a give to Dobbins. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 43 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. I really enjoy watching Lamar Jackson run those RPOs, Charles, but I'll tell you what, it's tough calling play-by-play because you don't know whether he handed it off or kept it.
Makes you focus, doesn't he? You've got to try and stay with it, and even when we do, we often can get it wrong because our eyes naturally go to him because he creates big plays. But if you're a runner and you're playing with Lamar Jackson, aren't you happy? He creates some...
Yeah, this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 21-0.
Ravens 21, Steelers nothing.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the 1st as they kick this one away.
25-yard line. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Throwing is Jackson. This is Hamler on the receiving end. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
Well, these guys certainly need something good to go their way because this first quarter has been something of a disaster for them trying to move the ball. But that completion there maybe can get them focused and moving in the right direction.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a give, running left is Harris. Finding some room at midfield. And all the way down to the 41-yard line.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
They'll run. Here's Harris. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. $21-0 our score after 1. Second and 8 coming up. They go play action now. Jackson escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Here's Jackson. He's going to air one out. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And the Ravens force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Dancing to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Here they come, 2nd and 10 now from the 10. Dobbins trying the left side. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Jackson. Caught right side at Snead. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. 2nd and 8. This time Jackson will throw it. Flushed out right. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Brought down at the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
Go.
3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. Flush to his right. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
How many times do we hear that 3rd down may be the most important down in football? And there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the 1st down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key 1st down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go, G. Get off the field.
Now a handoff for Dobbins. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Second down and 7. Here's Dobbins. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
But now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in, 3rd and long. And that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Jackson from the shotgun. First down and more for Jackson. And Jackson going to have the first down as he will get to the ground to avoid the contact. And Jackson's so tough to stop. He's got a first down, and he gives himself up there at the end.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. He's going deep for Brown. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And the Steelers are going to have it here at their own 15. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. It's brought in by Harris. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
They'll run on first down. Harris. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
8 yards to go on 2nd down.
54. Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike. Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the field.
Now it's Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Jackson now. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. Big plays are starting to become the trend here in this first half, and everything that they've tried has worked. And there's another example right there.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
4 yards remain for 2nd down. To throw is Jackson. He uncorks it for Snead. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Ravens are able to add on to their first half lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 28-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
They'll start the drive with Harris. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 48 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
Second and 11. From the gun, Jackson. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Jackson. And that is incomplete.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive, as they'll take over with just under a minute left to play. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Watch out, watch out.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. T.J. Watt. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Looking to throw. Jackson. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Back to throw. Jackson. And that's caught left side. Seals Jones with it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long, but a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Play action. It's Jackson. That's swung out wide to Harris. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 55 rushing yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10.
40's Mike. 40's Mike.
Hey, watch your leg. 19 tight. 19 tight.
Now it's Jackson. Completion here to Claypool. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Odafe Owe in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
Hey, check Mike.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
On first down, it's Harris, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. They run with Harris, and he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Play action. Now Jackson sliding out of the pocket. Open man is Johnson. Touchdown Steelers. Deontay Johnson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points. And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. He's got his man. It's Andrews. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Second and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Dobbins running out of the gun. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 70 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Jackson on 1st down. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively at 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
They go play action with Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end, Andrews. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 30. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. He's at the 50, 30, 10, and he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. So hold the phone here, Charles. I've kind of written them off, but after that touchdown, certainly a long way still to go, but stranger things have happened.
Well, when you're going to have big second-half comebacks, plays like that have to be involved.
So now the Steeler offense coming onto the field. They'll try to add 2 more. Now whistles and a timeout signaled here by the offense, and that's their first of this second half. defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. It's caught at the 1. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're right back out there after watching the fumble go the other way. Still in control of this game, but that needs to serve as a wake-up call because they're not in the clear yet.
No, the message should be clear that fortunes can change pretty quickly when you turn the ball over. You've got to take care of it, otherwise that lead could slip away quickly.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Final minute now of the third quarter. Now Jackson taps his forward jet sweep. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down, a nice, consistent gain.
They'll run on first down. Dobbins. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up second and 1.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard. They'll go again with Dobbins. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. They'll roll him out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Throwing is Jackson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 38. And the Steelers are right back in this football game. And now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the fourth.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Jackson. He gets it complete to Harris. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 31. Eluding the pressure right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens' 22. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Harris. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try and run with Harris. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. This time, the extra point up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Set at the line for this next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Man, if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. From the gun, Jackson. Buying time to his left. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Jackson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And the Steelers are right back in this football game. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this fourth quarter deficit. And this series could very well determine our outcome. Second and 9. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Rolling to his right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Jackson. This is Hamler on the receiving end. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. They'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell them to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
They go play action now. Jackson. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Montez Sweat in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now Jackson. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. He certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Second and 10. On the draw, it's Harris. And he's going to be down close to a 1st down at the Ravens' 43-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Jackson. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They're going for it. This is Harris. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. At first glance, I actually wasn't sure that he got it, but he ended up getting it by about a full yard.
He certainly did, but it took a little effort, didn't it? Took some nice push, a little crease inside, and some determined running to make sure that he got the 1st down.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They run with Harris. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. On second down now, it's Harris, and he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10. Here's Jackson. This pass caught by Hamler. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and then completions to use the clock.
Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens in bounds.
Here's second and 10. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris with his second touchdown of the game and fifth on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. So right back to square one. Tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Offense set at the line for this next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Coming up on second and 7. Jackson. Connecting with Andrews. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. Jackson to throw. Towards the end zone for Brown. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And the Steelers signal for another timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Throwing, Jackson. He uncorks it for Snead. And this is going to be intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. We say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mears used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that.
At the 9-yard line.
4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. First throw in overtime now for Jackson. And this is incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Third and 8 situation. A tough spot here in overtime on the opening drive. Jackson now. They're going deep downfield for Boykin. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now, on for a very important punt here in overtime. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves an end.
Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. So we will see yet another drive in this overtime.
For whatever reason, neither team able to finish this game off. I know that the first thought is, does anyone really want to win it? But I think that they both desperately want to win it, and sometimes you force things, and that leads to errors.
Well, it's out there for the taking. We'll see who can do it. After the interception, here's Jackson. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That last pass puts him over 300 yards now in the game. More importantly, though, big first down here in OT.
And the team around him has a lot of confidence now after picking up that first down. Everyone seems a little more energized. But did I hear you before the game call in and say, this is my quarterback for your fantasy league? Because he just gave you a good stat, didn't he?
He did, and I appreciate it. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. They give him 12 there on the keeper, and it's second down.
Brings up second down at the Steelers' 31-yard line.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he'll get this pretty close to a first down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 25. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he will have a Ravens first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football.
First down, Baltimore.
On first down, Dobbins shifts by at the 15. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. Now Dobbins again on second down. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Dobbins. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. Well, Charles, we saw a comeback bid fall just a little short, but give them credit. They were able to hold on, withstand that comeback, and ultimately win it by the slim margin.
And bottom line, when it's all said and done, they don't ask you how much you won by. They just want to know, did you win? And that they did.
So for Baltimore, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Arizona to take on the Cardinals. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville.